Well, good afternoon, everybody, and thank you for being here. I'm Steve Anderson, Assistant to the President for Administration and Public Affairs, and it's my pleasure to welcome all of you to this official introduction of Mike Wacker as the new TLU men's basketball coach. We also want to welcome everyone that's watching this event live on TLUBulldogs.com. This is obviously an exciting moment for TLU and for Bulldog Athletics, and I know you're very eager to hear Coach Wacker. But before we call him forward, it's appropriate, I think, that we introduce two gentlemen who have provided the vision and the leadership that have resulted in, I think, one of the most successful eras of Bulldog Athletics in the school's history. So first, please welcome our president, Dr. Stuart Dorsey, who will share some brief remarks, and then he will be followed by Bill Miller, our Director of Athletics, who will then introduce Coach Wacker. Dr. Dorsey.
Thank you, Steve, and thanks for everyone for coming out this afternoon. It's great to be here on this lovely afternoon. I've been president of Texas Lutheran University for 5 years, and I've had several opportunities to make happy announcements. But right up there is introducing Mike Wacker as the next Bulldog men's basketball coach. Anytime you can hire a Wacker as a head coach at Texas Lutheran, that's a good day. 6 years ago, a little over 6 years ago, we came to this room to announce Danny Padron as the new men's football coach at Texas Lutheran. And that worked out pretty well. Danny took a team that had been winless the season before and moved it to 3 straight conference championships, an NCAA tournament berth, and consistently in the top 25 of Division III football. So we thought it would be auspicious to return here to formally introduce Mike. Word that Mike Wacker was returning to TLU has electrified TLU alumni, fans, and regents. One of whom, who is all 3 of those, is Vern Lundquist. And Vern asked me specifically to say welcome to you, Mike, and how great it was for you to be back at the TLU family. So Vern sends his greetings to you. 2 years ago, I asked a young new coach, Jimmy Smith, I asked him to take our basketball team and just make it competitive. Well, Coach Smith and Austin Falke and the guys far exceeded expectations. They went last to first in the first year, and our first NCAA tournament berth. Won it again this year, back to the NCAA tournament. So we've done great things. Guys have done great things with men's basketball in the last couple of years. And I want to publicly thank Jimmy Smith. I haven't had a chance to do that, for taking the program in the direction it has and laying a great foundation, and I wish him well in Division I coaching. And I think that Mike Wacker is the perfect guy to build on this foundation and take Bulldog basketball to the next level. Mike's a proven winner with unquestioned knowledge of the game, has that legendary Wacker energy and enthusiasm, and of course there is that history with Texas Lutheran. So we've graduated to more ambitious goals though now, and that's not to be just competitive, but be competing for a national championship. And of course at TLU, the name Wacker and national championships have a familiar ring together. Mike was a young boy when his father made a bunch of guys here believe. They believed that they could win a national championship. And when they bought into that vision, and then that belief became a reality twice, those guys who played for Jim Wacker, D.W. Rutledge, and Mike Washington, who's here today, and Bill Miller, well, they got more than rings. They got a life lesson. So here we are 40 years later, and we got a couple of young men here, several young men here, representing our basketball team today. They're going to experience that same leadership and life lesson from Mike Wacker. You guys can't wait for the season to start, and neither can I. And now we're going to hear from one of those guys that played for the previous Coach Wacker, and he's pretty excited about bringing Mike Wacker to this campus. He's been at it for a while, and now it's happening. Bill Miller.
Thank you, Dr. Dorsey. And I think he stated it pretty well. I mean, this is so awesome. And the thing, and this has been a long road, and Mike knows, okay? But at the same time, in the words of his dad, it is unbelievable. It has been truly that for us, and so this is so great for TLU. I personally am extremely excited, you probably can tell, for this opportunity to be with Mike Wacker and the entire Wacker family again. The Wackers have been a huge influence on my life and also on my family's life. Some of y'all know that, some of y'all do not. I played football for Jim Wacker and was fortunate to play on 2 national championships with Coach Wacker and the Texas Lutheran Bulldogs, and the quarterback for both those teams is sitting right over there, Mike Washington. And the sideline of that, my brother-in-law Jim Newberry's here. He asked me, well, what was y'all's plan on those national championships? I go, Mike Washington. Okay? That was pretty much it. We did play some defense though too. I got Phil Dunn would get upset if I didn't tell him to say that. My brother Neil also played on national championships at Texas Lutheran for Coach Wacker, and my brother Michael, who's the athletic director at Judson and Mike's former boss, was the quarterback for the 1981 national championship football team at Southwest Texas under Coach Jim Wacker. My brother Michael also was a graduate assistant the next year when they won the national championship again. I invited Michael to be here, and his comment was, I'm interviewing coaches for the head job. Well, that was a pretty good comeback. But that's okay, it didn't hurt my feelings, Mike's here. So the Millers and the Wackers have had a long history. My dad would concur. It is obvious that the Wackers, very obvious that the Wackers are winners. And knowing Mike like I do, and having been on the staff with him and D.W. Rutledge and Danny Padron at Judson High School, I know Mike will be a great success at TLU. He is passionate about life, about basketball, and more importantly, about making people better. Our student athletes are in for a great ride with Mike Wacker. Now, they don't know it yet, but you'll find out, guys. I'm going to tell you. And we couldn't be happier to have him on board as a Bulldog. So without further ado, it is my privilege to introduce the new head men's basketball coach at Texas Lutheran University, Mr. Mike Wacker.
Wow. I tell you, as we go on this exciting journey together, this new journey, you're going to know how I feel. Bill already said it. It's unbelievable right there. And I know my dad is smiling right now because this is truly a special day for our family. I'm thrilled to be in front and to be part of the entire Bulldog family. As part of that family, we joined it 45 years ago when my mom and my dad and my 2 brothers drove into Seguin, and Texas Lutheran has been a huge part of our life for the entire Wacker family. I'd again like to thank Dr. Dorsey and Bill Miller and the entire Texas Lutheran community for giving me and our family this opportunity to come back to Texas Lutheran University. It is just, I can't begin to tell you how wonderful this opportunity is. It's an incredible university that has a community that's filled with positive energy and boundless optimism, which is exactly what I envisioned when my dad was here and he was out there on the practice field or out there on the field coaching or talking to the team in the locker room or in the film room, and Jiggs is trying to fix the film that gets all mixed up because it wasn't video back then, guys. It was reel to reel, and they did have some mistakes, and that just was part of it. But the bottom line is that we're going to help you. And that's what he did, is cared and loved his players, and we're going to try to meet that passion and excitement and build it in Bulldog basketball. You know, everywhere you go on campus, and I've been now there just a couple of days, every department, every sport, the students are not all there yet, but you can just feel the sense of warmth and what the university is all about. And I love being part of that. I love rejoining with Bill, and I love rejoining with Danny Padron, Coach Dixon, Coach Schaefer, all the other coaches. I knew those guys because they were in high school, just like I was, dreaming of being a college coach. And we all see how much success they've had. I hope that we are going to emulate that. And we're going to follow the vision of Texas Lutheran. I think that's really important. I think I saw it as I came in. Learn boldly and live to inspire. Think about that. You know, if my dad was saying it, you could add laughter in there really loud, and you could probably add the word love as well. And I'm sure that's implied, because that part of learning boldly and inspire, living to inspire, it needs to have laughter because we need to enjoy life, and it needs to be based on love. Love for others and love for God. I'd like to thank my wife, Susie. We've been married 28 years, and she's been so supportive, and I know she's so excited for us to do this together. And she's excited for the new colors. Instead of the red and gray, she's got black and gold. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I'd like to thank my mom, Lil Wacker Hegeman, and her husband, Billy Joe Hegeman, for all your love and support. I know that those were some of our family's best years, and I know those are going to be our best years again, and that's really special. Here we are, back in Seguin. I can't thank you players enough for coming. I'm looking forward to working with you and building you into the best person, the best student, and the best athlete that you can be. My sincere thanks to Coach Smith. I totally agree. I watched it from 23 miles away. He and Coach Falke and Coach Orr did an incredible job the last 2 years building Texas Lutheran basketball into where we are now. Back to back is the conference champs the last 2 years. Now we've got to go for a three-peat, right? And then Judson, we've been used to doing that, so I'm very thankful for the opportunity to go and follow someone who is a winner. All the players are there. They're all coming back. The recruiting is set for this year. And all I've got to do is come in with Coach Falke and keep the train headed down the track in the right direction towards Salem, Virginia, and a national championship. And that's what we're hoping to do. Speaking of Coach Falke, Austin Falke is going to be, I'm joining his staff. He's been here for 2 years. We're going to work together to continue Bulldog basketball. You know, you talk about being successful, and my dad used to always talk about it, and he'd say, you need three or four things. You got to have great people, that's recruiting. You got to attract them, love them, care about them. You got to make them feel good, and you got to have that. That's what it's all about. That's what life's all about, is people, and love and care and concern for them. You got to have organization. You got to have a plan, and you got to work that plan. You got to have X and O's. You got to stay up on the game. And finally, and that's what he probably believed in the most, is through those relationships that you build, you motivate, you inspire, as the TLU vision says, and you hope that you inspire them towards their highest heights and the greatest dreams that they can achieve together on a basketball court as a unit. And that's what we want to do. Our Bulldog basketball culture will be, for all of us, to have a growth mindset. It's about the process. It's about the way we do things. And that is what we've been doing at Judson. Our definition of winning has always been, just since my dad started rhyming and saying it, just do your best, don't sweat the rest, let winning take care of itself. And we're going to do that. We're also gonna remember that it's not about what you're gonna get, but it's about what you're gonna become. And I know what you are and what you're gonna be are winners in life, both on and off the court. It's my honor to lead Bulldog basketball. I thank again Dr. Dorsey and everyone for coming, and we're really, really excited and unbelievable, baby. Go Bulldogs!
Well, I think he's ready, don't you? That's great, Coach. Thank you so much. And we're really looking forward to November and the start of the new season. We want to thank the members of the local sports media who are here. We're going to give them a little bit of time now to interview Coach Wacker over here. As they're doing that, we invite you all to stay and visit with each other. And then when they're finished, please make sure you stop by and greet and congratulate our new coach, Mike Wacker. So, Coach, it's great to have you on board. And as you said, go Dogs! Thank you.